Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of KigerCraft Versus. That's right, we are back for another epic battle of creative proportions and stuff. I'm KigerCraft, this is Giren, as you all know, or hopefully know. So we are getting ready to do a new battle, but first, as always, we need to go to Judge, and we need to find out who won the last one. So Judge, what's the verdict? It's Giren. Take all these bear pumpkins. Get rid of your bear pumpkins, I don't want them. So congratulations, Giren. He has won the last battle, Battle Valentine, and there he goes. It's now 3-2. It is very, very close. This is, I believe, the second win in a row for G. And he's got to put his crown on there, like always. Alright. So, now that the bear... Pumpkin pants. Now that the bear has finished his win dance, let's go ahead and find out what today's battle is. And it is... Battle Update. That's right. Today, we are going to add some items to the game. So what items would you add to the game? We're going to build a building block, a tool item, and new food for our answer. The mode is going to be creative, 30 minutes, so pretty standard. No hard things going this time, thank you, Judge. So I'm going to explain the battle and how today's format is going to work. There's 4 things that you need to build in the allotted time. This one, or these 2 blocks right here, are going to represent a building block and a tool block. A tool block is like a bench, enchanting table, or things like that. And this one is like cobblestone. So this one could be like cobblestone or something like that. But these have to be new and unique things that aren't in the game. You get to freeform build a piece of food, so you can build like yumminess, anything that you wanted. I don't know what do bears eat, besides people. And then a tool block, or not a tool block, and then a tool, a brand new tool. So like like a pickaxe or shovel or whatever. So that's what we're doing today, and we each have 2 of these outlines so that we each have a nice template to go by, so it's all sort of the same. All right. So if that's it, I believe that I'm ready. Are you ready, Bear? All right, Bear's ready. Oh, he's saying he's gonna take me down. Is that what that is? Huh? Oh. All right. Well, we'll see last time. Oh, and he trounced me pretty well last time. I forgot to say the score, but I think it was a 9-5. I got worked pretty good. So, all right, here we go. 30 minutes starts now. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna need a couple things here. I'm gonna need some stone. I'm gonna need some wood, some red and white wool. Let's see. I need to do a little bit of research first. I do want to start with these blocks here because these are going to be the biggest ones. Okay, so I'm also going to need some black wool, and I'll do iron blocks. Okay, so for my tool, I am going to be doing a new kind of chest. So I think the chests are cool. Oops, I didn't really want to do that, but whatever. I think the chests are cool, and I like having new sorts of chests, but I find that with the inclusion of the trapped chests, there is just something missing from the Minecraft creative menu. And I think that is a chest that is sort of like a trap chest, except it's made out of TNT. So that's what I'm making. I am making a TNT chest. So with just a little bit of wood and some TNT, you can build a chest. And then once you place it down and place something inside of it, it can be set to either go off at a certain interval after it's opened. Sort of like a, Mission Impossible, this measure will self-destruct in, 5 seconds. Or, something along those lines. Or like it'll sit around for, however many, Minecraft days, and then it'll go boom. So let's go ahead and remove this here. Actually, I didn't really need to do that. So I am just going to be doing a simple little similar TNT block. It's sort of like the normal one, except it's going to have, get rid of all this, just need to remove this top layer. It's going to have a piece of wood on top, and I have to use planks, and it won't look quite like this, but it'll look something similar. And then I'll just go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll put on the little features like the lock and the different things from the normal chests, and then we'll put on our timers. So I want to do an iron block here. So that sort of looks like the thing. I would write out TNT on this, but I don't have. I really don't have enough pixels. So I'm thinking, I was gonna do sort of like a. There we go. That works. So the time would be implanted or embedded into the side of the chest. So it would let you know how long it's going to stick around for. So you got to get out of here within 4 seconds. So that actually, will I be able? Yes, I will. There we go. And I got to make sure that this is all straight, because if it's not, all these people are gonna yell at me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, so it sucks that there's odd. That sort of bugs me. But there's not really much I can do about it. Uh-oh. This is wrong. So I gotta change this. Get my white. But there are a couple things that I've written down to talk about. There's actually been some space disasters going on. That looks terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I don't really have time to go through and fix it. But you guys know how I like space, and I've been noticing that there's been some space calamities going on recently. No real epic disasters or anything like that. But still, it's a little bit concerning, I guess you could say. The newest mission for the SpaceX Dragon capsule was this weekend. I think they launched it on like Friday or something like that, and they were having a little bit of problem. They were having some problems with some of the thrusters. I guess they launched it up and it got away, and okay, I'm gonna need to remove this stuff if I'm gonna do this the right way. And what I'm building for this block is smooth stone stairs. So that's gonna be this block here. I think that we've needed smooth stone stairs for a very, very, very long time. So this is going to be sort of a long time coming. I hope this doesn't look like ass. I'm terrible at doing the pixel arty stuff, but I'm trying my best because I want to do the very best that I can, make you guys happy. So, but yeah, Dragon Capsule, they were having some problems with it. I guess they needed to just do a little bit of percussive maintenance. Does that look like stairs? It kind of does, but I think it's a little too fine. Let me see if I can make this a little bit more blocky. No, okay, it's gonna have to stay like it was. Oh well. But yes, the Dragon Capsule was well on its way to the space station last time I checked, and actually made it there, docked successfully with the space station, and that is a good story. Apparently they were able to cycle the valves hard enough to free up some blockages that had developed in the fuel pods, which is kind of scary because last time there was a blockage somewhere, a spaceship blew up and we almost lost a bunch of astronauts. So it's a little bit scary. Alright. That looks pretty good. That doesn't look too hecka bad. Alright, so actually I've got all the wool and everything that I am going to need for my piece of food. So I'm happy to hear that the SpaceX module is doing very well. I really do want this whole consumer space flight thing to, really work out. I just think that, space flight is incredibly important, and I think, since the government is sort of passing the torch on space to actually, I'm gonna make it bigger, to some different, they're not really doing it anymore, so I think that it needs to get some private development. So there we go. And this, as my food item, is going to be some delicious, awesome bacon. We're going to do a nice, we're going to do a nice thick cut, because if you're going to have bacon, it darn well better be thick and juicy and delicious. Because I think everybody loves bacon. I think it's gotten a lot more attention than it deserves. It's sort of become like a meme thing to be like, oh my god, bacon. But there we go. Let's do a little piece on the end here. And a little bit more white. There we go. Alright, delicious. Wish I could put something on this to make it a little bit more wavy. I think I want to add some more wave in here, because we actually are getting along pretty well. We've got 20 minutes left to go, which is interesting because normally we're not doing as well as we are right now. This is actually coming through pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. Add some more wave in here, because I have the time, so I might as well work on making this extra good and delicious. Oh yes, look at those delicious waves. Nice wavy bacon. Alright, and finally, for my thing, let's see here. Let's go ahead and make this, and I will do mine out of iron blocks. Now, this is a pretty cool idea. This is something that Giran and I had been talking about. Oops, this is going to be I gotta do this in a little ways. This is something Garen and I had talked about as something that we would like to see for a tool. Actually, I'm gonna put this back a little bit, and let's see. There we go. Go. All right. Oops, I need the white wool. There we go. That I had sort of talked about, and I thought that this would be a really cool. I always thought that there needed to be more ranged weapons in the game. I just personally don't think that there are enough. I mean, there's bows and stuff, but bows are, you know, there needs to be something that has a little bit more personality to it, a little bit more functionality. So I really think, and I really believe, that there should be a throwing axe added to the game. It's just, it seems like it would fit perfectly in Minecraft. All right, let's see how this works. Let's see how this looks. We have, you know, ranged weapons like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that looks terrible. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this and I'm going to build this down a little bit more. Remove that. It's 4. This should be 3. This should be 2. 3, 2. No? Okay. I'm having a little bit of trouble thinking about how this goes. 4, 2. Oh no, 4, 4, 2. There we go. All right, there we go. It's still wrong. Oh my gosh, this is hard. All right. So, there we go. It's sort of axy. Man, I am just sucking today. Anyways, so pretty much what you would do is you would build this item, and then it would give you like 3 or 4 of them, and then you would go through and then you know, sort of have it like you know, like this. We would just take them, you just go, and then would throw them, and then if they actually, when they actually hit something, it would take a durability hit, and then they would be good for, you know, a couple hits, and that's about it. But I'm actually not liking this at all. I'm gonna go ahead and redo this because I want it to have more of a curviness to it. So let's go ahead and build it out. And build 2, and we'll build this in sort of like a procedural way. But like I was saying, you know, we've got 15 minutes left. We've got plenty of time. I am not running into time constraints at all. There we go. That looks a lot better. Okay, so and count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that's right. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to do a number up here as well. So there's also a little bit of concern over the Curiosity rover. It turns out that they had to put it into safe mode. There was a computer glitch on the rover with the rover's main computer, and they had to move to a backup computer. So it's unfortunately offline right now, which is a little bit concerning because if they can't get the main computer back online, it could be the end of curiosity, which I think would be an absolute tragedy. And actually, you know what? I'm looking at this. I'm actually going to redo this bacon in brown rather than red because it looks too raw. I want it to look more deliciously cooked. So I'm hoping that the brown is going to give me the look I'm going for. Because everything being red, I'm not really feeling it. So we'll just go through here. It just looks like some sort of like messed up like candy bar or something like that. Okay, so yeah, so I'm really hoping that NASA engineers, those smart guys, can get the Curiosity rover back online. Or girls, yes, or girls. Because there are girls who do science stuff. I'm looking at you, Duck. So definitely hoping for that, because that is probably one of the most ambitious. Now this looks like a bar of chocolate. Oh man, I am not feeling this at all. Let's see. I don't want to build it out of wood. Do I have any like a gray? Maybe I should do like a light gray for the center. Maybe that would be better. Oh, that does look a little bit better. But oh man, I don't know. I'm starting to have really weird feelings about this. And I know that in the comments, everybody's going to be like, no, it looked fine with red. But here I am, I've got extra time on my hands, so now I'm pretty much just double guessing everything that I've done so far. Alright, that looks okay, I guess. And I'm going to take on these steps and try and make these things a little bit better looking. Go ahead and play around with this stuff here. But yeah, hopefully we can get the Curiosity rover back on track and popping around its merry way around Mars. So, let's see, what else do I have here? I wrote down a bunch of... Actually, you know what? Man, I am not doing very well. Not doing very well on this. Alright, so let's see what else I'm gonna hear. Oh, yeah. You guys remember how, last episode, I think it was, we were talking about, how the Raspberry Pi is one of the coolest things ever. Well, I actually saw a build that someone did. Oh, see, now it just looks thinner on the stairs. All right, let's go ahead and fill this in. But I actually saw somebody who built a wireless Raspberry Pi printer. So what they did was they embedded, so 2 1 2 1. So what they did was they took the Raspberry Pi and they embedded it inside this little tiny printer thing, and it receives prints wirelessly. It uses the Raspberry Pi specialized Linux operating system. Oh my gosh, we got 10 minutes left to go. Oh man. It's got the specialized Linux operating system on it, and it uses some open source printing libraries, and it's actually really cool. Apparently, it's going to be available as an actual product for like $100, and I guess it just does little tiny prints, but you know, it's still pretty cool. Oh man, this doesn't look like stairs at all. All right, I need to get me some stairs. Where was stairs? Oh. I've been building this wrong all the time. All there is it's just missing a quarter of the block. Oh my gosh. Alright, so alright, let's go ahead and let's build out the rest of this. Now that I actually know what the hell I'm building, this should be easy to get looking good. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Alright. So this is what an actual stair looks like, not whatever the hell I was doing. Derping up everything here. But, yeah, so that was actually pretty cool. There's actually, I guess, like, people have come up with a lot of really cool things that you can do with the Raspberry Pi. And I think that that's really exciting. I love the sort of, like, the open source hardware stuff. I mean, the software is pretty good, and there's some pretty good stuff out there. But the hardware stuff is really exciting, too. So hopefully, you know, as things move on, we'll see more stuff like that. Because I think that the sort of like the hardware hacking culture needs to sort of become more robust, to sort of spur innovation, you know? So that's what I'm hoping for. So, ooh, that's a good idea. All right, so let's go ahead and I will steal the bear's idea, because I am a cheaty tiger. And let's see here. All right, I feel so bad for doing this, but I'm like desperate for something to do right here. This is actually a really good idea. Actually, you know what? No. This is going to be... Look at when these things pop off, like, after the fact. Wait. No, these are monster eggs. That's not what I want. Alright. Here we go. So this is going to be done in a furnace. So I'm going to do up these to sort of represent... Or, you know what? Maybe I should do furnaces. Yeah. Here we go. This will be cool. Oh, man. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I'm using furnaces, building blocks. Creative mode. Ah, the wonders. Okay. And so the way that you get bacon is you take cooked pork chop and you cook it again, and then you get delicious bacon. All right, and let's go ahead and let's do 2 off like this. Let's see, what else? Let's see, we got 5 minutes left. Oh my gosh, we are so toast. We are dead. And the reason why I say that is because there is this company called Boston Dynamics that is currently working with I'm sorry. That is currently working with the I think it's the Army to develop a sort of like a pack mule of the 21st century. That bear shot at me. And they have actually been working on this since like 2008. I think it was the first time that they actually released a video of it, and it's pretty damn scary. The way it works is it has like this. It has 4 legs and it has a balancing system, and it can run. It can stabilize itself on ice. It's actually really cool. I'll put a link in the description. It'll be down below, and you guys can check it out. But there we go. That's perfect. But they have upgraded its functionality since we last saw it in 2008. And I'm pretty sure once Skynet becomes self-aware and comes online, we are going to be running from these things because they're going to be hunting us down. They added an arm to it, like the front of it, like its face. And let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, here we go. And the way that it works is it's got this hydraulic arm that it can pick stuff up with, but what they had it do for its test is, there it is. They had it throw a cinder block. So it picked up a cinder block, and for those of you who don't know what a cinder block is, it sort of looks like this. It's a big block with this sort of like I-beam in the center. It picked one of those up and threw it like 30 feet, and it smashed into a million pieces. So it was kind of scary. Well, but you get 3. Yeah, you get 3. So that's and then you get 3 of those. So I don't know how to represent that. But yeah, so we are pretty much done here. If there's any last minute things that I could think of. Now this is actually really, really expensive. All this TNT and a chest. And then I don't know how you would actually set the time on it. Maybe you could just like punch it afterwards and you could set the time. Yeah, when placed. And then, this one obviously is going to take, like some of that coal stuff, wherever the heck that stuff is. I hate the creative menu. It's so hard to find things that I want. There we go. All right. So we are pretty much done here. I'm pretty much done. So let's go ahead and call it right here. The time is pretty much up. There's just a minute left, so I'll go ahead and stop the timer. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the bear has over here. He actually did his in pixel art. I actually kind of like his a lot better than mine. This is a hammer, so it can be made out of all these different materials. This is the pattern for it. I actually really am glad that I stole this from you, because this is actually really helpful. I wish I would have done different materials for this over here, because this you can make out of all sorts of different things. Oh, he even wrote a book about it. Oh man. Okay, so it's used to break down materials. So sandstone will give you sand, cobble will give you gravel, and stuff. That's actually really useful. I hope they add something like that. That would be really cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. Honey. P.S. Add bees. I know, right? So this looks like a giant bottle, and that is awesome. Oh man, this bear, he totally killed it. It's drinkable, stacks to 64, gives 2.5 feedingness. I don't know how filling. Gives the speed 1 effect. Awesome. I agree, it is awesome. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. This is a loom. Oh wow. That is actually pretty cool. Okay. Alright, so let's see. How do we make this? It's made out of wood with a sort of like pants, but with a wool in the center. Alright, let's read about what we got here. Used in making textiles, consumes strings, gives clothes, used in making patterned tapestries. That's pretty cool. I could certainly use a tapestry in the castle, for sure. Side slab. I love it. You can make it out of all these different slabs. Very nice. Alright, let's read about the side slab. Crafted the same as regular slabs, placing them on the side of a block makes it lay against that block. I love it. Man, this bear did some really good stuff. What does it say over here? What does it say? Vote for Giran. Oh my gosh, no. No. You got to vote for who you think did the best. Don't you be a bad bear. You're being a bad bear. Alright, I'll go over mine. So, my stair is built like any other stair, except it's smooth stone. So, it's awesome. We need things like this. This is needed to be in the game for a very, very long time. It's a smooth stone stair. Not a whole lot to say about it. This here is the TNT chest. So, you make it just like you would a normal chest or like an ender chest or something like that. It's lockable, and you can have it set the time countdown, so it'll explode after it's opened. No, I didn't. There are bats in there. All the bats. Hey, bats. Hi, bats. Oh, well. Bats are cute. Alright, so next we've got some bacon. I like bacon. So you get bacon by cooking a cooked pork chop again. And then it'll give you more full-feededness, because bacon is awesome and epic, so it would naturally have to feed you the best of everything. It's even better than steak. What do you have to say about that, huh? And then, of course, we've got our throwing axes, which can be made out of any material. It's 2 blocks. It's not ultra expensive. It's got 2 blocks, and then, actually, you know what? That's why he keeps saying it's expensive. I wanted to do this. That's what I wanted in there. So you'd get like 3 of them, and you can use anything. You can use any material you want. Any material you can make out of weapons: wood, iron, gold, you know, all that stuff. And then this is what you would get. You can throw them, and they'll land in things just like arrows do. They would actually act a lot like arrows, except when they were on the ground. You would just pick them up like that, and you could throw them again. But after you threw them like 3 or 4 times, they would break. But they do more damage than arrows, and you enchant them by stacks. So you can have stacks of throwing axes that have, you know, damage and all that stuff on them. So these are definitely enchantable. So that's going to be it. That's going to conclude this battle changes. So we're just going to do our little fly around here so you guys can get a good look at all the stuff that I made. And then Giran's stuff, his hammer, his pot of honey, his side slab, and his loom. So again, I'm going to explain how the voting system works. You just go in, and there will be 2 comments in the bottom section. That one will say vote for KigerCraft, the other one will say vote for Giran. You can upvote the one who you thought won. So that is how we determine who wins and who gets a shiny lamp lit up on their side. Alright guys, so that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed this latest round, and we'll see you next time. Take care.